The early 1900s saw the opening of the famous five-floor Steinbach's department store on Asbury Park's once thriving Cookman Avenue. In 1979, it was closed and abandoned, like so much of Asbury Park. But now the city is in the middle of a resurrection. Of the many new stores and restaurants on Cookman Avenue, the most fitting perhaps is a shop called Paranormal Books and Curiosities. Specializing in ghostly books, the shop is a perfect fit for this former ghost town. Owner Kathy Kelly believes that Ghost Town can also be taken literally here. She's been leading haunted investigations through Asbury Park since the shop opened.
I've always been interested in the paranormal, even as a kid. And as I started getting older, I started to be more interested in the spiritual side of things. And then I had an experience when I went to Gettysburg about 6 years ago. And I was standing out in the middle of this field, Pickett's Charge. And I said, if there's anyone there that wishes to communicate with me, please make your presence known. And I really believed that I was prepared for any response that I got. I actually felt something touch me on my lower back. And it was so alien and unexpected that I literally froze. I could not turn my head to look backwards. What I felt, and I know I felt, I literally could not explain it. And that's kind of what kickstarted the whole thing for me.
Kathy was drawn to the former resort town Asbury Park, and it isn't hard to see why. Looking at the cracked streets and abandoned buildings certainly gives one the sense of a haunted city.
It's been a city on the top of the mountain and deep, deep down in the valley. We've had significant violence here. When something that traumatic happens, it leaves a mark, and we know that. It leaves a mark on our psyches when it happens. So you can only imagine that it could leave a mark on the psyche of a space or a town. Tens of thousands of people had their first kiss here, got proposed to, had their hearts broken. So much of life has occurred in these streets. And yes, there has been a lot of death as well. All of those things leave a mark. Every city and every town has its scars. That's the residual haunting that you see. And Asbury Park definitely has a lot of that. And you can see it in the landscape of the place.
One of the most historically significant spaces in Asbury Park is also the one that has given Kathy the most definitive proof. The Crane House, once home to writer Stephen Crane, best known for the book, The Red Badge of Courage.
People have reported phenomena here, which is why we were brought in. One of the things that we experienced in here was you get chills when you're in here.
She just went from 92 to 81.
And we had a lot of EMF bumps in response to our request.
If you are here, come close to this green light. My name is Kathy. We just want to confirm that you're here. We have nothing but respect for anybody that's...
Now, no one thinks that it's Stephen Crane that actually haunts this place, but there were a lot of lives that were lived here.
I know that was you. Could you please do that again? Can you step back from the light and make this stop? He's excited.
And we asked for a drop in temperature, and it went from 77 degrees to 65 degrees.
I have a device in my hand. If you step in front of the red light, it will change the numbers on my screen. Can you do that for me? Can you step in front of it? 67?
That's really significant, and especially when we were getting
66,
so much significant EMF fluctuations as well.
Kathy's journey is not over, nor is Asbury Park's. Whether or not ghosts exist remains to be seen. However, anyone who's visited Asbury Park can tell you it's haunted, even if the only ghost present is the past.